What up? Welcome to the chat on the Arsenal with Rob and Chad.
We made it.
We made it. We are here. We're ready to chat. You ready to chat?
I'm ready to chat.
Let's do this.
Looks like we got Danny and Brittany joining us.
All right. What's up, Danny and Brittany? How are we doing today? Move this up here so I can lean forward a little bit. Hey, the chat today is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, the official drink of the chat. Also by the San Antonio Spurs. Not really. It's not brought to you by any of that, but we enjoy those things.
That Dr. Pepper is definitely fueling.
It fuels this body.
It is. This is brought to you.
This dad bod.
Dad bods.
It is
Dad
responsible
bods
for
brought
dad
to you.
bods.
Dad bods brought to you
for
by Dr.
sure.
Pepper.
Yeah. How are we doing today? How is what is today? What is it? Wednesday? It's a Wednesday, right? We do chats on Wednesday. How is your Wednesday? Tell us what's going on. How you doing?
Yep. The chat is only the chat when you guys chat with us.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just us talking. We do that all the time. Brittany said, "You guys match again." What was that planned? Always. Yeah. We text each other in the mornings and say, "Hey, what are you wearing?"
Yeah. And notice it's not an exact match. Like I have my white Arsenal, but Chad has like it's like a uniform.
Yeah.
There's options here.
Yeah, we got options. It's a black T-shirt,
Jeans.
either Arsenal or plain black.
Yeah.
Jeans and shoes.
Also shoes.
Also shoes. We changed it up though. Rob's got on some Adidas. I got Nikes on. Ugh.
Yeah, it's very. I mean,
These are different.
could we be more different?
No way. We're so different.
We could talk about the cost difference of our shoes.
We can
Because
these aren't that expensive.
well,
what-
these were $32.99.
I mean, mine were about that.
I think your super affordable shoe is like my top of the line shoe. That's where I'm gonna spend my money. That's my limit on what I'll spend on shoes.
Maybe. What? I have a pair of Vans. They're probably like $60. All right, Rob.
Adrian's on. What's up, dude?
The bearded wonder. Does he still have a beard? Adrian, you still have a beard, or has it not survived the quarantine? What do you think? Mine's still here. Mine's surviving quarantine.
Surviving. Sarah is on with us again.
What up? Danny, how are you, man? Are you on here? Did you just pop on and leave, or are you actually here? We got Adrian is working.
Working.
That's good. Work.
Work it.
Work it, Adrian.
Work it.
Adrian can work it. I believe it.
I believe that 100%.
I believe it.
Yeah. No, I have no doubt.
Danny said Rob needs a beard. Yeah, it's true. We don't match in that way.
I mean,
Rob has hair on top of his head, though. So
this is as long as I like my facial hair to be.
We were just talking about receding hairlines earlier, just right before we hopped on here.
Yeah.
Rob was talking about his receding hairline, and I was talking about how I don't even have a hairline. So
Chad was like, "Don't give me that."
At least you have a hairline. What are you gonna do?
Oh man.
Sarah said my new fave time of the week.
Mine too.
Yes.
Like, yeah. I love this. I love when everybody's hopping on and we're hanging out and we just get to hear what's going. Like, I feel honestly, because we're giving people an opportunity to share what's going on in their life, I feel more connected to them like this than I do on a Sunday morning where we're standing on a stage and, speaking to people.
Yeah. Maybe we should do church like this more often.
Maybe.
Hey, that'd be fun, huh?
Maybe.
A little more conversational.
Maybe church
Who's
should
in?
be more
What do you think?
conversational.
What do you think? Are you in for that? You in for some conversational church rather than just Rob talking at you?
What do you guys think of an idea of having a more interactive church service?
Yeah, what would you think?
I think we're about as interactive as it gets already.
Yeah.
But what would that
with
look
the
like?
community chat and stuff,
Yeah.
I think
without being weird, because all the introverts hate the greeting time, and because it's awkward. How would you make interactive church not awkward?
Yeah, how would you do that?
I don't know.
You're an introvert. Tell us. Because whatever I would do as a total extrovert is not going to be exciting for you.
I think the hard thing about greeting time for an introvert is that, especially when you're new, you're kind of like, like nobody's shaking my hand. Like you're left out. So one, people can't be left out. And also you're like, how long is this going to go? Do I have time to walk over there? Am I going to be the person who's like having to walk in front of the whole church coming back? Like, so it has to have clear guidelines. So it has to be inclusive and it has to be clear.
Gotcha. Which is kind of like when we do community chat during service. I feel like that's what we try to do, where we say, hey, here's your question.
Yeah.
Grab this many people, answer that question. Like I try to give as clear of guidelines in that as possible.
And we do pretty good. And the fact that our people are very aware of those around them. Like we have some key people who are always aware, always pulling people in. And we've never had to tell people to do that.
Right.
We've never had, hey, everybody who's like a part of the church, make sure you don't leave it. Like we generally don't have to do that. They just do it. I think I've said that before, but it was more like, hey, our people are really good at including people. So, hey, make sure you're including people.
Make sure you're doing that.
Like they were already. Brittany says she likes our level of interaction.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Curtis.
We were just talking about Curtis.
We were just because I just got a friend request from Curtis. Yeah.
What's up, Curtis?
We met Curtis this weekend, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday. We
Curtis Pastors.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, what?
I'm just kidding. Curtis Pastors. What?
Venture? Is it Venture Church, Curtis? I think
it's Venture.
Venture Church.
Yeah. They have a logo that's real similar to ours. It's like RA, but it's a V.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. I was like, hey, is that your logo?
Great minds.
Great minds think alike. Yeah, that was fun times. Brian Jones, what's up, brother? Brian hopped on. We're just doing a chat. This is it. This is just community chat.
We're hanging out.
We're hanging out. We get on here and talk with the Arsenal community. We'll throw up some questions here in a minute for you to answer in the chat. We'll even throw up a phone number if you want to call and talk. We can do that too. You'll go live with us, just audio, but it's fun.
Curtis Pastors Venture Community Church. What city are you in, Curtis?
Oh, he told me this.
I could have just looked because I was just on his church's Facebook page.
He told me, and I cannot. He's not Garland. That was Adam. I can't remember where Curtis is at. He'll tell us, but he's not far from here. I don't think not too far, but yeah. So let's do this. We're gonna throw up the first question. And then we're gonna kind of go from there. So here's how this works. Graham. That's it. Here's how this works. We'll throw a question up. It'll be on our picture, and you guys answer it. Answer that question in the chat, in the comments there, and we're just gonna talk through them.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Rob. Here we go. First question.
I
think this is the one. Boom. Here, let me do this too.
There you go.
That'll make it better. What's something you're looking forward to getting back to? So something you're looking forward to getting back to.
What are we looking forward to getting back to?
After quarantine?
Yeah.
Right?
A big thing here, of course, is having people in the building, right? Like we're looking forward to people in the building. That's a big one.
Are you?
No. Like I said, this is honestly, dude, I feel more connected with people when they're given this opportunity to, like, we're sitting down. It's way more relaxed. I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting back to people in the building.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this time though.
I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to, like, going to a restaurant. Like just being able to go out, sit down at a restaurant and eat. Like that to me, I'm excited about that. Like yeah. I'm definitely excited to have people back at church and get to do church together, but really just so we can go eat after church.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen a lot of people, even now, like with restaurants opening a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of people posting pictures like, we're in a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's
finally
a
here.
very exciting time.
Adrian said not much has changed for him, but he'd like seeing us in person.
Yeah.
Maybe
we would like to see
y'all.
Adrian.
He said y'all. Danny said church. I agree. I'd love to see you guys
hanging out in coffee shops.
Brittany, I'm with you. I miss my coffee shop. Yeah. I hit up Gold every morning still. Yeah. I just have to get it curbside.
Well, and the great thing about Gold is not a, hey, this is a coffee shop for you to come in and put your headphones on and get work done. Like that's not what Gold is. Gold is come here, hang out, put on a record, and let's chat.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of this new wave of coffee shops looking more like that. It's more community focused. And so the people who are really into that, like this has been hard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's tough. At least when I go and get curbside, Jason will come out and we'll have a conversation. Like we'll talk for a few minutes, or Stephanie will come out and like hand me my drink, and then we'll talk for a little bit. But people, if somebody pulls in, they have to go inside and go make drinks, and so it's like, oh man, like, but I needed that that conversation.
I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be fun to get back to that for sure.
Yeah. Sarah says working out outdoors with Camp Gladiator. I see those people all over. There's a park right by my house.
That's like CG logo thing, right? Yeah.
They're always at this park out by my house in Helotes.
Really?
Yeah. They just take over the park. There's nowhere to park. Like you go there and it's like took over the whole Camp
so
Gladiator.
You're not looking forward to them getting back.
No, Camp Gladiator. You guys calm down.
Calm down.
Stop taking my parking spots.
I'm looking forward to
making me feel bad for not working out.
I'm looking forward to getting outdoors and working out with people too.
for sure.
For sure. Right after this quarantine, I am right back at it.
She said she's also looking forward to finally coming to the Arsenal.
All right, come on.
We had actually talked multiple times about her coming down, and just it's tough with family and
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Well, eventually we'll get back to doing church together.
Yeah.
At some point. I see Charlie just hopped on. What's up, Charlie? I'm glad you're here. We're asking the question, what's something you're looking forward to getting back to? Adrian said, not much has changed. And I feel like kind of the same when we talk. Like for us, not a ton has changed. Now, I guess for us at home, it's just the homeschooling thing that has changed. But work-wise, like we come to work every day and we do our thing. But Danny said, gotta wake Leo up from naps. Time to work. Tell Leo we said hi.
Tell Leo hi.
I gotta throw that video up. Leo was playing the guitar with our band this weekend.
Man, yeah.
He was rocking it. Danny sent me the video yesterday, so I gotta get it loaded up.
Nice.
But he texted it from an Android phone, and so it's always tough.
Oh no.
It's always tough to deal with. But we'll figure it out. Gotta get that up, but. Something you're looking forward to getting back to. Is there anything else? Like we got Sarah said working out outside. I said going to eat. Boom. There you go. This is life. I mean, we're having fun with the kids at home, but it would be nice to get to send them to school every once in a while.
It's definitely looking like oh yeah, we're lazy on Sundays, rolling in 120
church. That's all right. We get that. We're gonna
no shame here.
No shame. I get not getting out of bed. That's why I'm kind of liking this whole online thing.
Yeah.
We get to shoot everything, put it up. We wake up.
You don't even have to get out of bed to go to church.
No. I mean, I have to get out of bed just to feed my kids, but other than that,
you don't even have to sit up.
No, you can just lay in bed.
You can do the whole
hold your phone.
Turn off the so it doesn't switch views.
Yeah.
So it stays this way, and just lay in bed.
My issue. Have you ever done this? Like where I'm laying in bed and I'm watching something,
and you drop.
I fall asleep and then I drop it and I. Like, oh, I have to dodge my phone.
It hurts so bad. It gets you right on the tooth or something. Oh,
The worst. How did you break your tooth? Oh, I dropped my phone. I fell asleep watching my phone. So many times. I wonder if there's been any church injuries of people watching church.
That just reminded me of a friend of mine that this is totally unrelated, but it's kind of your story reminded me of it. I have a friend who she said she at one point she watched a UFC fight, and she was like, "Man, like I think I could do this." And she was like I don't know, some kind of military something that she's not allowed to talk about. Like, I don't know, she seems like probably a tough person, but she was like, "I could do this. Like, I'm gonna start training." Like, she got it in her head, like, I'm doing this. This is gonna happen. And then she said she got in bed that night and she laid down. She like got under her covers and she started pulling on it, but it was like her blanket was like stuck and it came loose, and she like popped herself in the mouth, and she was all, "I don't like getting hit. Like, I'm not." No,
she learned she didn't like getting hit by hitting herself in the face.
She was like, "I don't want to be an MMA fighter anymore." It lasted for like a couple hours.
Yeah, I don't like getting hit.
Like, because UFC fights happen late at night, so it was like late at night. She's watching the fight. She's like, "I'm gonna do this," and just to bed, she's like, "No,
never mind.
Not happening."
Fleeting moment. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Something that we are looking forward to getting back to. We've even talked about, like, we're looking forward to getting back to church, but don't know if we want it to look the same or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should roll that out yet.
You just did.
I don't know. It could be something fun. We're debating.
We have some ideas, and also ideas that will help us possibly maintain a little bit of social distancing while still gathering together.
Yeah. At least for a while, for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's still a little ways out.
And ideas that would work very well with our remodel design.
Yeah, the plan of the remodel. Everybody probably hasn't seen that yet.
No.
We need to unveil that on the chat one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe we'll do that.
There's Chuck. Chuck is on with us.
I think I have them in PDF. We can throw them up.
You ready to roll those?
Here it is. This is what it looks like. This is the remodel plan.
Why don't you throw out the front view?
All right, let me find it. That means you got to talk to the people while I find it.
All right, so we're about to. There's just a handful of people on with us right now, and you guys are about to see what very few people have seen. We have a phenomenal architect who has done some work for us, and over at Mission Architecture, and just shout out to Mission Architecture. He does a lot of work in a lot of different places, and he helped us out here. And I thought what was the most amazing thing is he was able to capture the vision that was laid out better than anything that we've had imagined. You know what I mean? Like we had ideas of what a remodel could look like, and he just like what he came up with was so far beyond. Like his renderings are inspiring us to new ideas and to just so anyway, he's really, really amazing. So if you need an architect, that is your guy. He's
There we go. I found it.
Here it is. Are you guys ready for this?
I think we need to get some more answers before we can roll it out. What do you think?
It's all Chad has to do is push a button, but he wants some a little more chat before we throw this out.
Well, how about this? We'll throw up one more question.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I got it. And then there's 5 people. Do we share it? Do we hit the share button on the chat? If I at least see a couple people share it, I'll show this picture.
It's like I don't have all day.
Bring it on. Oh, you're just working.
What we're going to show you is just the front of the building. And before you see this, understand right now we have a big A-frame on the outside. That A-frame is actually pulling away from the building, and it's causing structural problems. Like it's warping our roof. We kind of like the look of a big A-frame, but it's causing major problems. Actually, if you get on the side of the building and look at it from the side, you can see the A-frame is leaning. So we have to, that it has to come down, is the bottom line. That A-frame has got to come down. And so it actually has, I think in this rendering, it doesn't have the actual shape that's underneath the A-frame.
Yeah, they flattened it.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what that looks like. Actually, under the A-frame, there's almost like it's kind of like the top of the Alamo, like the front of the Alamo, how it has that like mission shape underneath. But
see if I can show.
We'll see what happens.
All right, here we go.
We are very excited.
So here's the current look. Kind of. It doesn't have the arsenal across it doesn't have the arsenal across the awning.
Chuck is firing shots at Adrian over here. Adrian says, "I don't have all day. Go back to sleep like when you go to church." Just ride out for everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the current look without the arsenal across the awning right now. That was just kind of a rendering. So there's the current look of the front of the building. That's just the quickest picture I could grab real quick. And now, so here is the architectural rendering for the front of the Arsenal building. Yeah, very few people have seen this. Like very few. But this is cool. I'm excited about it. We just have to figure out how to pay for it. But here's the
taking donations now.
There's the rendering of the front of the Arsenal building as we see it in the hopeful near future. Once we raise the funds and get this thing approved and get rocking and rolling with the new Arsenal layout. So
hopefully moving to, some natural light in there, windows on the front.
Bringing some light in a little bit, adding some seating outside.
If you look really close, there's some hints about what's going to be happening on the inside. But
really engaging the community. If you've been to the Arsenal, if you have seen the building, or most of you guys have been here, across the street from the front of the Arsenal is a community garden here in Lavaca in the neighborhood that we're in. And so the idea is to kind of have an outdoor space. That garden will be across the street. It'll kind of extend that. So a place where community can come and hang out. There's tables and chairs outside for even people to sit outside, maybe enjoy some coffee.
Chuck says it looks like local coffee.
Hey, what do you know? Enjoy some coffee, enjoy some, just kind of chilling outside. The building's not humongous, so we don't have like really a lobby area that we're planning.
Right.
It's really like you can hang out outside. When you come in, there'll be kind of some open space where you can grab a beverage or two and hang out,
but not really separated from.
Yeah, not a lobby and then sanctuary area. So it's very open concept. Chuck, the fact that it looks like a local coffee, I don't know about local coffee, but a coffee shop for sure. I could see that. Actually, I guess a couple of the local coffees, I could see that. But that's on purpose, I think.
Yeah. There's probably going to be coffee right in there.
Right when you walk in. That's on purpose. The idea of being able to engage community in that type of an environment, even throughout the week, is very purposeful. I like coffee.
Well, and like we were just talking about how coffee shops are becoming more of a social gathering place versus a, go there to use the Wi-Fi and work kind of place. It's very turning into social gathering, like this sort of third wave coffee, along with the change in the coffee itself, is also seeing a change in the purpose of a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Not that you're not allowed to work there, but that's generally not why. It's not why somebody's going and hanging out at Gold.
Yeah,
I guess other coffee shops, that's still the thing. Maybe
can be. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, I worked out of a coffee shop forever. Yeah. Adrian said it looks welcoming. That's awesome. That's what we want it to look like.
That's what we want.
We want it to look welcoming and to be welcoming, to be a space that people can enter into conversations and be a part of the community, or even just check out the community. So,
yeah, the building is really going to be designed in a way that allows people to observe and come in at their own pace.
Yeah, exactly. That way, if you're frustrated with church or have been hurt by church or just aren't sure about like the institution of church or the idea of church, it'll be laid out in a way where you can kind of slow walk your way into the community and feel it out. Maybe grab a coffee, sit at a table, can hear what's going on, but don't necessarily have to be engaged completely.
Right.
It's just a way to give people that opportunity where we're not just automatically like, I don't know, sucking you in.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Because the other option, and we've seen this with people who are coming into the church, people who have been hurt by church, people who are done with church, they come into our church and they're checking it out. And what they do is they sit as close to the back as they can so that they can bolt at any time. Like, and they'll just tell us flat out.
Yeah,
like,
we've heard that. Yeah.
Like I sit in the back so that like, if I come in and I go, yeah, nope, like this is why I left, like they can just head out as quickly and easily as possible. And we want to like almost remove that. Like you can come in, you can even sit out at the patio on a Sunday morning and we're perfectly okay with that. There's never going to be this thing where like, hey, everybody, church is starting, come inside now. Like you're here.
Yep.
You're here. The patio is here. The coffee bar is here. And the seating, the general seating area is also here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea.
Love it. I think our architect at Mission Architecture captured it. Like, listened to us, captured exactly what we
Asked
were hoping
all
for.
of he pulled it out of us.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what we wanted, and he asked all the right questions. I mean, we kind of had an idea, but
yeah,
phenomenal.
Looks very Arsenal to me. Just a place where community can happen, where it's welcoming, where it's not necessarily. I mean, not that it's bad, but just not churchy, and that's on purpose, because that's the culture that we want to have and portray, is that, hey, we get it. Like, church can be frustrating or has been hurtful at times, like the institution of church. And
that's not really an idea that we came up with. It's something that we started to experience.
Right.
It's what we've experienced here at our church, and we started doing things a little bit differently, but what we've learned is that people who are done with church walk in here and they see something a little bit different. It's a little different here, and people are comfortable. I mean, we had, what was Joel, like practicing, he was done with church, pastor's kid, went and practiced Buddhism for like 16 years or something. And then he's like, let me walk back in the church. And he was like, I'm home.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. So that's, I think I love even Moises said on here, like, redefining church.
Yeah.
And it fits the community. It really does. Like, it fits the Arsenal. It fits this community of Southtown and Lavaca.
Yeah.
And we really believe that that's why we're here. I don't know. I know our leadership team and Rob and I and our staff and elders, like, have a heart for, like, just people, like, you would call them, quote unquote, de-churched, right? Like, people that have been in church but have left the church. And I know I just got a heart for that group of people, because I think what has happened is they've heard a skewed view of the gospel.
For sure.
And because of that, their view of God and their view of church is so broken
Mm-hmm.
that they're like, I'm done with this. But for some reason, we get people that walk back in here. They're like, we'll give it another shot.
Yeah. And I'm like, why?
Why? Yeah.
What? I just think of some of, like, I have names rolling through my head. I'm like, why were you not just done?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would not, like, the names that are rolling through my head right now, I would not blame that person one bit for just going, yeah, church, we're never doing that again.
Yeah.
And not even in an angry way, just like, yeah, that was not healthy for us.
Mm-hmm.
Church is not a healthy place for us. So we're going to, we have Jesus and we're good.
Right.
But for some reason, they roll in our doors.
Yep.
I love it.
And we want that. Like we have tried to build the culture around that.
Mm-hmm.
And just focused on like that when we teach the gospel and people can walk into a place and feel welcome. For me and for us really, I mean, it's a win when somebody's like, man, it feels like home.
For
like
sure.
It like, this sounds like good news.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh yeah, gospel, good news. Like our hope is that that's who the Arsenal is. And honestly, in that, like looking at this building and like, if you see the layout and stuff, the first question we get is like, well, how many people does that sit? Like, it doesn't look...
Not a lot.
No, it doesn't look big. And we're like, no, it doesn't.
We're losing capacity.
Yeah. We're losing it in a like main sanctuary area. We would
Mm-hmm.
lose capacity, but still have capacity in like the coffee shop style area, even outside.
Well, because our goal is not to cram as many people in the building as possible.
Yeah.
It's not the goal.
Mm-mm. The hope is that in an environment like this, we connect in community, and do life together. Obviously, we're going to teach gospel and we're going to talk about Jesus. But the hope is that we begin to see Jesus through the people in that community.
Yeah.
And experience that. And so, like, I don't know, we may be here all day on a Sunday, but not necessarily just to do a ton of services, but just to be like, hey, we're open. Like,
yeah. And a lot of what happens with a lot of churches is, and not to say this is bad, but this is the way that it's been done and it's been replicated for a while, is you cram as many people as you can into the building on Sunday, and then the secondary goal is to put these people into small groups.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants community. We're putting people together, and this is available to you. Well, what if we started from the very beginning with a community focus, with connection focus,
Right?
Versus we're gonna pull in as many people as we can and hopefully get them connected into community,
Right.
And I don't know. Maybe we're totally wrong, and this thing is not gonna work at all. But
It's a very good possibility.
Yeah, but again, I don't think we have an interest in just cramming as many people into the building as we possibly can. Like
Right.
that I don't know. I had probably 12 or 13 years ago, I had kind of a, like, I don't know, a personal frustration with church, and we were looking for a church and couldn't find a place to go, and I was almost like, I was just real frustrated, and I remember like praying, and it was more me talking at God, and I was like, God, why does the church, like, why do people even have to come together?
Yeah.
Like, and I was real just cynical, and it was one of those times, like, I know it was God speaking. I have like a handful of times where I know like God was like, no, or yes, or like, here's this real, and I was like, God, like, I don't think I was expecting an answer.
Yeah.
I was like, what's even the purpose for people coming together? And it was like, God spoke so clearly. He goes, to be together. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, dang.
Oh, that's
Like,
why.
Oh,
That's awesome.
come on, because at the time I had a pastor who was
Like, okay, gotta know you're
Yeah.
gonna preach.
Yeah.
Right?
And the church that we ended up in had really great community, but we also had a pastor who spoke for like 2 hours, but we stayed for the community. He was a good teacher, but it was kind of like, oh man, I'm exhausted, dude. But why did we come together to hear somebody talk for 2 hours? Like, that's not why I'm there.
Yeah.
Because I can go and anybody can go get teaching anytime.
Yeah.
Wherever you're
We've
at.
obviously seen that during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Like you can get teaching anywhere.
Yeah, if you need some good teaching, you can get it at 2:30 a.m. on your phone.
Yeah.
Go take a bath and put in your headphones.
Yeah.
Like you're maybe don't. Is there a risk of electric shock with that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you can get teaching at any moment, at any time. Like I was on YouTube today. We were working on some videos, and I was kind of looking at our YouTube page, and I was watching a YouTube like creators. It's like the Creator Studio or Creator Academy or something. I was watching some of their videos on how YouTube works and some of that stuff. And one of the guys was talking about like how we see like content on YouTube, like what's shown to us.
Right.
But he said it was something like, oh man, it was crazy. Like 7,000. What did he say? It's like 72 days worth of content is uploaded to YouTube every hour. Like it's insane the amount of content that's uploaded. So like you can find content anywhere.
Yeah.
And there's great when it comes to like gospel and like new covenant and truth. Like there's great new covenant communicators all over the place. And I think
For sure.
I think we do a good job of it. I think we have our own spin and our own styles, and I enjoy that part. But if you want to learn New Covenant or you want to learn the gospel, like you said, you can get teaching anywhere. But you can't get like community, real, authentic, true, like loving grace environment community is really what coming together is about. And so I think having a space that gives us that opportunity is awesome. I saw in here that Chuck asked about the ladder.
Yeah.
You're right, Chuck. The ladder will go up to a platform where Rob and I can zip line in as lasers and fireworks go off.
We're going to use it for our Easter plays to zip line Jesus in.
Yeah.
Ascend. He's going to ascend out.
He's going to ascend.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. No, really the ladder, Adrian, is to get up into our tech booth. So our tech guys will be able to guys and girls.
Yeah, and really we have sound, video, and lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Our lighting will probably be not as complex because we're going to have a lot of natural light in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Video will be a big thing.
Yep.
But audio, we'll have some audio equipment up there, but being up in a balcony is one of the worst places to mix from for an audio engineer. So the audio engineer will probably do most of his actual work from the floor with an iPad.
Yeah.
Because that's where the people are. If you're up in those rafters, you're hearing something totally different than people on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that ladder will climb up into the tech booth. I've got some other pictures, but Rob said I was only showing the front of the building.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do. Now you're throwing me under the bus. Now you're making me the bad guy.
Oh, we got some interior. Like, I'll throw them up. Why not?
He can't help it.
I can't help it. What else we got to do today? Let's see here. Now, with the interior pictures, we've gone back to the drawing board on a couple things, mainly for capacity. Trying to see.
We probably need a little more, like just a little more capacity, seating capacity in there, but yeah. So I mean, none of this is even close to final. We have some tweaks to make, but this definitely gives you a feel for what we're thinking, and the whole thing is very community driven. It's very focused on making it easy for people to return to church. People who again have like questions, doubts, they've been hurt by church. Church has not been healthy for them, and we feel like there are reasons church has not been healthy. And so we really want to sort of push hard in the opposite direction on certain things. And so basically, I think to sum it up, what church has been is this thing where, Jesus says, "Come to me and I'll give you rest," and church has been a place where we just put people to work.
Oh, come on. You're preaching, bro.
I am, but it has been. It's been completely about putting people to work. When Jesus was like, "Come to me, I'll give you rest." And when people walk into our building, we want them to feel at rest.
Yep. Boom. So I'll go back to our, so there's the exterior picture, right? Again, these are renderings. I want to be as clear as possible. Like we're working through this process, but I still love kind of where we're going with it. So this would be the exterior, that you see from the front. This is where you would see when you come in, or when you come to the building. And then this next picture is going to be literally, it'll seem like you just walked through the front doors. So right after you walk through those glass front doors, this is what you would tentatively see right now. So you would walk in, you're going to see kind of a bar sitting area, some stools, some tables. And the cool thing with this is what we're working on with a lot of this furniture and like tables and things are making them all very movable.
Yep.
And
in a very flexible space.
In a way where like if we need to take the tables out and put just chairs in, we can do that. But we love the idea of people coming in and being able to sit down at a table. Like we said earlier, not having to just be completely, maybe they're still kind of filling things out and debating on if they want to even be a part of church or that type of community. And so you would walk in, you would kind of enter into that space where there's not a lobby. It's more of like, oh, I kind of walked into the community space and the coffee shop and a spot where I can kind of plop down and hang out and fill this thing out. And there's the ladder again, Chuck. So right above that entryway is where the tech booth's at. So we have an attic in this building. If you didn't know it, there's a drop ceiling in our sanctuary area. Above that drop ceiling, there's probably about 6 feet of space, maybe, with some like wood rafters. There's got to be at least 6 from the attic because we walk.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room to stand and walk up there.
So the tech booth will be up there. We put the ladder in. We'll see. That may not even pass code, so we'll see. We may have to put some stairs somewhere or something. Or like, I don't know. But
there would be maybe 3 or 4 people that are even allowed to use that ladder.
Yeah. So not the pastor's kids. So you'd come in. There'll be a stage up front, a small stage, and then kind of seating area. Like we said, we're still working on seating capacity. This would be a picture of if you've turned around in the main sanctuary area and you're looking back, so you can kind of see.
You're kind of standing at the back of the main seating area, looking back at the front of the building.
There you go. So you can kind of see the tech booth there.
Yep.
Up top and seating area and stuff like that. So different. We get it. It's not your typical church layout. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, this is dumb or this is crazy. But when it comes to the Arsenal, when it comes to our culture, when it comes to who we are. This is not the way
we've always done it.
Not the way we've always done it. But I think it is, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I think if and when we get to come back together, like when we start working through this process, I think it's really taking the culture of the Arsenal and putting it in a building aspect.
Yeah.
And with this, we can do stuff in the community. It needs a clock so you guys don't go on forever.
That's
right there in front of the tech booth. We'll put a clock there. Hey, we're talking about like there may not even be like long teaching times. We'll see. Like, we're working on that. Yeah. But Yeah. So the whole idea will be like community, reaching the community, like a place where community can happen during the week, stuff like that. So, yeah, there you go. There's some insights.
Vince, I don't know if you see Vince on here. That's Sarah's husband.
Yeah, I got it.
And so he's saying, I think I might like Charles. Yeah. Vince, you would love Chuck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Vince and Bernie?
I think they live they're over by like Churchill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think. Is that
Chuck.
right, guys? You guys still over by
Charles, Chuck and Chris are out in the Bernie area.
Yeah.
So
they
they're
used
out there.
to drive out to my church in Bernie.
Gotcha.
Vince and Sarah.
Nice. Yeah, so and I saw your comment on here too. What about a van or vehicle dedicated to people who do not have transportation come to worship? Yeah. That's definitely a possibility. I mean, I think for us too, like in Southtown, this is a community where people walk and bike and
so
move around. So
that I was thinking about this for a while too, and that would be something that we definitely talk through. But think about the difference between a church where you have a program where it's kind of like, hey, call this number, or sign up to get picked up, however you put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all of the people who don't have good transportation getting picked up and dropped off at church, versus a church where you call or get connected and you're like, hey, I need a ride. And then we call, and we've had this. We've done this.
Yeah.
And then somebody
I know
goes,
what you're gonna say.
and then somebody says, oh, I can go pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a person riding with a person,
Yeah.
not a group of people who can't drive, but you have a person picking up another person, building a relationship with somebody who's already connected, versus throwing all of the newcomers and people who can't drive together. And it would feel almost more like, hey, we're going to do this thing for you guys, versus like, let's build community, let's have connection, let's develop relationships. But I don't know, that was kind of my first
initial reaction
is, and not because I don't want a van, I love vans, but because I've seen this work.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been involved in places where there is the bus that goes and it picks everybody up, and it's great. Mm-hmm. But it always ends up being those people.
Yeah.
There's those people
Yeah.
who get picked up in the van, and then there's the rest of the church. And that's just the way it's always played out.
It's more like, hey, we got a transport team.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on the transport team.
That's exactly what it is.
Right? Yeah.
And that it may even be called that.
Yeah.
Versus
we'll call it the transpo team, because we don't like to do full words like the combo.
That conversation's going to get downhill in just a second. But yeah, versus like, hey, could somebody go pick up this person? And then we've seen this happen where people get pulled into relationship, they make a friend, and it works so well. And it's messy and it's difficult, and sometimes we forget things, and sometimes it's like, hey, was somebody going to pick me up today? But I think relationships are that way. Mm-hmm. As soon as you cut out the inconvenience of things, you lose the relationship.
Right.
You can't mass produce relationship and community.
It's good. You've been preaching today. You want to preach this week?
I'm all preached out, man.
Oh man. I guess you preached last Sunday, right?
Yeah, and yesterday.
Oh, that's right. The Devo. We didn't put that up.
That didn't go up.
We didn't put that up. We'll get that edited today.
Yeah.
Get that up. That was a good one. It's like 5:00.
Are we done already?
I think so. Like, we were going to throw up questions, but we threw up pictures. Hey, don't tell anybody about these pictures. If you saw them, it's a secret.
Don't be taking those screenshots. You delete those screenshots right this minute.
I'm just kidding. You can tell people. We'll roll it out, and soon we'll roll it out. This is going to be a process. We got to figure out money. We got to figure out how to facilitate it. We've got the architect in place. We've got some plans. We're working on it, but Yeah.
Yeah, you guys haven't even seen the plans for. There's more.
Which ones?
There's the rest of the building.
Oh yeah. The back part of the building.
The back part of the building. We got some plans.
Yep. It's good stuff. What else we got? Sarah said, "Nope, your way is way better." We bowed down. We're on the phone together and watching, and we both said, "Ooh, that's a good idea. I like it." Brittany said, "What's the Devo about this week?" What did you talk about?
The Devo is about the armor of God.
Oh, that's right.
How do we put on the armor of God?
How do you put it on, that belt of truth?
I get up in the morning, I put on my belt of truth.
That breastplate of righteousness.
Put on my
the helmet of salvation. And what's the sword?
The sword of the Spirit.
It's
which is the Word of God.
Word of God.
Where's my Bible at?
Where's it at?
Ha! You better back up. But I'm also gonna put on some peace. But I got my sword.
I got my sword.
So I'm a little confused.
But I got the peace.
But
just in case the peace runs out, I got the sword to handle it. Though.
In case you don't want to be peaceful.
Oh, it was a good one. It's a good one. It's a short, I think you did it in
7 minutes or something.
7 minutes. A 7-minute Devo.
That's like my target
on the Armour
time.
of God. Yeah.
That's how I want to start doing these.
Yeah, Quibbies.
Yeah,
we're trying to do quib. Is that a thing? Is quibbies? I wonder if that's like a word.
Is it an actual word that they used, or did they just make it up?
I don't know what Quibi means. Quibi's an app that has shows on it that are less than 8 minutes long or less than 10 minutes long. And so we keep saying we're going to make Quibbies. We're going to make less than 10-minute devotionals, and obviously not chats. These are an hour long, but
yeah. These are just hanging out. I love these, dude. I mean, it's a handful of people. I hope you guys are enjoying these as much as we are. It's just, we're connecting and we're talking and we love it. It's the thing that makes this thing so good is you guys just kind of chiming in, and
except for when they make fun of us.
No, I like that part too.
Talk about us talking forever.
We didn't put up the phone number this week.
He keeps throwing up mad faces. What did we do to you?
Who's mad?
What did we do? I didn't mean to.
Should I get mad back?
No, don't throw up.
I did. I threw up mad faces.
No, why?
Yep.
Everybody's going to be like, "Yo, you're mean. You're mad." Justin just hopped on. What's up, Justin? Hope you're doing well, man. We're going to hop off here soon.
Did you see what Chuck said? He said he likes the concept as it allows for sharing communion, as I always love looking in the faces of the redeemed.
Come on.
Woo-hoo. Yeah. And I think that's, the way that church has been done for so long is you come in, you sit, and you observe.
Mm-hmm.
And we really want to I just pushed the mad face. Did I push it earlier by accident?
Probably.
No, it was. I didn't even have my reactions up.
Rob keeps getting mad. He's mad at he has the truth.
I got my sword and I'm mad, but peaceful at the same time.
But peaceful.
I'm peaceful on the inside, but I got my sword on the outside.
Oh man, I gotta edit that and get it up. It's already 5:00.
Yeah,
and I'm on pub. On pub theology tonight at 7.
Oh, so why don't we just throw that out? That can be the Devo for next week.
Oh, we'll get it up.
We can record a week ahead.
We haven't put a Devo up in 2 weeks.
I know because
you gave up on going live, and now it's just making.
This is my fault now. No, yet we were supposed to record yesterday when you got here at noon.
Yeah. Hey, and then I got to sleep in.
And then you're taking care of your kids in the morning, and you're working in the evening. Fair.
Yeah.
So it wasn't working to do the Devo at 11. We needed to bump it back right to 2, and then you scheduled a meeting at 1.
I need an assistant that knows what to do with a calendar. Somebody's like, "Hey, you want to meet at 1?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." Yeah. I just forget that we have a 2:00.
Yeah. So we didn't even get to recording the Devo until it was 3 or something.
Yeah. And then I didn't get to edit it last night because we were on a Zoom call at 11:00 at night.
that's
quarantine hours have been interesting. But yeah. Anybody have any questions before we get off here? Like we said, we showed you the building. So Brittany said Chad has never finished a meeting in an hour.
Yeah.
That's not true.
We're in this meeting and the person we're in the meeting with was like, I have another meeting to be at 2. Like I got to get out of here. And then it's like 2:30 and this meeting's still going on. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be like, my video's supposed to be going live right now.
Oh,
that was the least of my worries yesterday.
Yeah.
I had a rough.
Yes, it was rough.
It was a rough day.
All right. Well,
love you guys.
Thanks for calling me out, Brittany. Whatever. It's from somebody that works like 2 days a week.
I'm gonna just back out of that conversation.
All right. I think that's it. I think we've chatted enough. Oh, who's mad? Is that Brittany mad now?
No, she's given up care. Real quick, what do you guys think of this care reaction? There's a new reaction on Facebook. Care.
There's not one on here. They're not on the live. I don't have it.
Oh. Care.
Oh, you have a care reaction.
Care.
I don't have that. Somebody's mad again. Who keeps throwing up the mad faces?
I don't know, but I love the animations on the little reactions.
What do you mean?
Like when you hit one of the reactions, they're animated. Like the care one, like hugs his little heart.
Oh,
and
thanks, Adrian.
The wow one, like looks around and goes like, "Wow."
Hey, what's up, Matt? Matt's laughing at us.
The laughing one does not really animate though.
It doesn't. What about the heart one?
The heart one, I think, does a little.
No.
No. Oh, maybe only yours. It only when you press it.
Well, I just hit the heart one. It didn't do anything.
Oh, see, my laughing one, when I hit the laughing one, it laughs.
You have a new Facebook, I think. Anyway.
Maybe so.
The care reaction is weird. I care.
I think it's...
Wait, is that what keeps popping up as a mad face, or did you just do a mad face again?
I just did a care.
No, it popped up as a mad face.
Care is showing... If you're not updated, care is showing as a mad face.
Oh, well, that's confusing, isn't it?
Facebook fixed this.
Yeah. I care, but actually I'm really mad at you.
Yeah. But I think the purpose of the care reaction is that what was happening is people would put up like, they're going through a hard time, and people would put love.
Yeah.
Like, well, do you love that I'm going through a hard time? So care is for clarity's sake. Like, I care about you, love you.
I got you.
Because people would put up prayer requests, and I would like hit a heart, and it's like, you love that their mom just died, no, like I love.
No, I care.
Yeah.
I care for you.
But I think it was pretty well understood, like how the heart was supposed to be applied.
I have the care one now. Yes.
How'd you just suddenly get it?
I updated Facebook. Oh. You had updated Facebook because you got this brand new fancy phone.
It's an iPhone 7.
It's brand new.
7.
Brand new.
It is brand new. I like the matte black.
It's cool.
But it's a 7.
Mine's a 1. All right, we're done. We're gonna get off of here.
We're done. Before this thing just crashes.
This has
burns.
derailed. We love you guys. Thanks for being a part of the chat today.
Brittany loves the care. It looks like a hug, and I love it.
Of course. That's mean. I shouldn't say it that way. That's so nice. I don't know how to react to that. I care. I'm gonna care. I'm gonna hit the care button.
You care.
Care Bear share. So, all right, we're done.
It's the Care Bear stare.
We're Care Bear stare.
We
love you guys. If you missed it, we put up some renderings of the possibility of the Arsenal building. If we can figure out a way to raise some money to pay for it.
We need money.
Yeah. But we'll get there. We'll start a fundraiser and do all that stuff. We're still working through the plans, and really like this kind of derailed everything because we can't spend money on a building when nobody's meeting here.
Right. That was totally not part of our plan coming into this today either.
Not at all. No, we had other questions, but we'll just save those for next week.
We had already started, and I don't know why. we should put up some pictures.
Thanks, Rob. I'm going to blame you.
That's cool.
It's just easier.
No, that's fine.
Love you guys. We miss you guys. Thanks for chatting with us. For real, this is one of our favorite times of the week, just to sit down and get to talk with our family from the Arsenal. So
for sure.
Watch for Rob's Devo that's going to come out. I'll try and edit it right now. Before I go home, watch for Rob's Devo. It's
Armour
awesome.
of God.
It's how to put on the armor of God. Armor of God.
Put on the armor. I wish I had like a like one of those just like deep Southern like, gotta put on the armor.
Okay. See, I knew we were gonna derail.
Yep.
That was it.
Bye.
We'll see you later. We love you guys. Adios.